Hey y'all, this is the Will and Deshaun show, and I'm
And
Deshaun.
I'm Will.
So today we're going to talk about, well, first of all, Will, how are you?
I'm okay. Not the
Okay,
best, but I'm okay.
okay, push through.
How are you today?
I'm great.
Did you have a good day?
I always have a good day.
Okay. For real, real, real good day.
Oh, it was cool. I
Not none of your
mean,
woo woo good days.
it was good.
Okay. Okay, good.
What's a woo woo good day?
What you be giving?
Oh, well, anyway. So today we're going to talk about things we no longer do now that we're over 35. How
Yes.
you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I am over 35.
I am over 35 too. I am touching the cliff of 40. I'm like right there.
I'm 3 years in, going on four. So
Yeah. I
you don't
am
look 35.
right.
However,
Yeah.
I am 43.
Yeah, I'm right there. I am 39. So yeah. We are
So what are the first things that you feel that you should stop doing after 35?
what I have stopped doing after 35 is excessive drinking.
Okay.
I just can't do it anymore.
Okay.
Like I can't do
Every weekend
every
going out.
Thirsty Thursday, Freaky
Every
Friday,
Taco Tuesday.
every Taco Tuesday, Wind Down Wednesday,
Yeah.
Manic Monday, Sunday
Yeah.
Fun
You know what? I'm
Day.
also with you on that. Also, my body won't allow me to anymore. Now, I can still drink and
Mhm.
drink with the best of them while I'm drinking because I do have a high tolerance. However, it's that recovery that I can't because my body be screaming the next day. I like it literally now takes me at least 3 days to recover.
3 days.
Yes, I'm telling you because you don't sleep well when you
Right,
drink. Then you get up, you're super dehydrated. You got to be
right.
hydrated because water is not going to do anything. You definitely take electrolytes all day. So I'm telling you, then you finally get good sleep the next day.
Oh my God. That's the main reason I can't drink is because of sleep. I can't not sleep. Okay. That's one thing I can't not do. I gotta sleep, especially since I work out more now. So a hungover workout is like the worst thing in the
Oh,
world.
absolutely. Because
Oh my
my silly
gosh.
self do it all the time. Every time I thought I go drink, I feel like I'm gonna go sweat this out,
It's so
and
like
I be struggling
it's torture.
literally.
Yeah, so I still drink too, of course, but compared to 25, whoo,
Right.
big difference.
Right. Ooh, because I
Jesus.
used to pregame and I used to love
What?
it. Oh,
In the restaurant industry too, I'm talking we was drinking every night
oh
after work.
wow.
At some places I was drinking at work.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, times have changed.
Hmm.
What's one for you?
Stop doubting myself.
Okay, come on,
And I don't want to get
confidence.
like deep into it already, but yeah, stop doubting myself. Like
Mhm.
believe that I can do what I'm achieving I can do. No
I know.
matter what it looks like, no matter what people say,
Okay,
you can do it. Like
you can
literally like
do it.
Nike, just do it. Like you can do it. Like you can do it. Like you really can do it.
I know that's
Like
right.
you got to stop doubting yourself. Sometimes we do take advantage of our abilities,
Hmm.
and a lot of time it's fear and
Hmm.
procrastination, which
Absolutely.
are hand in hand. And those
Hmm.
are the things that I deal with a lot. So I have to stop doubting myself. That's one thing I'm working on, to stop doubting myself and my abilities.
I love that. That's beautiful. For me, another one, number two is to cook more. Well, I do cook more now. I don't cook that much, but I do cook a lot more than what I used to cook.
Mhm.
It's just it's healthier. First of
Okay,
all, you can control what you eat.
true,
Definitely cheaper.
true.
Yeah, definitely
Sometimes,
cheaper.
but yeah, especially if you're not going to like a one plate restaurant.
Right, and I can just pay attention to what I'm putting in my body
Mhm.
versus when I go out to eat.
Okay.
And when I go out to eat, I usually drink more too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
another way to kind of cut back
I
on
mean, can
drinking.
you go out to dinner and not have a
It's
cocktail?
real hard.
It's very hard.
I can't sit. Not if I'm sitting down. Maybe Chipotle.
Right.
Don't let it be one of them fun Chipotles that
Oh,
got
right, because
margaritas
some
too.
Chipotle's used to have margaritas and
Yeah.
beer.
So yeah, I can't. I gotta cook at home. What's next for you?
Oh, stop overthinking
Okay.
and just let it be. Because I overthink as a person. I really overthink. I don't know. Also, because I don't want to blame it on my sign because I'm a Virgo, and Virgos are like very analytical and very like a calculator brain is always going a
Mhm.
million miles a minute. So I always I'm trying to stop overthinking now that I'm in my 40s now. I'm like, just let it be,
Mhm.
plan it out, and let it go.
That's what's up. I know that's right. Mine is overworking.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Now I also have to second you with that. Now
yeah.
that's also for me is overworking because I don't rest. Which is well, go ahead, you let you finish, but
But I don't like working anyway. So
I
yeah,
feel you.
I don't even like doing 40 hours.
Mhm.
I don't even like doing 30 hours. I don't care to be somewhere all the time throughout the day, throughout the
Gotcha.
week.
Mhm.
I like to have more than 2 off days.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the excessive
Why you try to
work.
bring upon my depression again?
Sorry.
That's actually what I'm struggling with
Hmm.
currently. Is that
Hmm.
how do I gain my freedom?
Right.
I don't mind working because of course you got to take care of yourself. However, at the capacity that I have to work to take care of myself, and I really thought about like, do I need to downgrade? Do I need to, Sometimes I think about getting another job, which is funny
Mhm.
for the financial benefits of it all. But again, I'm putting myself back into overworking, and that's definitely something. Like I do agree with you. Like I have to start overworking myself.
The thing about it, I've always been a great employee, though. Like
And see that
I've
that see
always been a great employee.
that's the downfall of a great employee, right? Because we're going to work.
Yeah.
And like even on
Hmm.
my job currently, I work also because I don't want to be bored, right?
Hmm.
Because I don't like to be anywhere. This is just in my normal life. I don't like to be anywhere for too long
Hmm.
because I'll be ready to go, right? My
Right.
social battery gets full and I'm ready to go. And all my friends know this about me. I'm not gonna make a big fuss. I'm just gonna hit it, say my goodbyes, and leave, right? And when I'm at work and if I'm not doing anything, I'm going to be ready to go. Especially being around people that you don't want to really be around,
Right. Right.
right?
Yeah. I also feel like with millennials, I think that so many people have seen their excessive work not get them as much as they thought it would get them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are kind of jaded when it comes to, I did this, I did that, and did this. And somebody got promoted ahead of me when I worked twice as hard as them.
Mhm.
I do this, I do that. They got promoted for whatever reason. I don't understand it. So all my good
Yeah.
work just kind of went to waste. Like it didn't really get me anywhere.
Yeah, you know what? Because I've also worked on merit and my merits have gotten me to where I've gotten to the point
Hmm.
that other people have been jealous and sabotaged me.
Hmm. Ooh,
Um, However, I am ready for something different.
yeah,
Like I'm in this place right now, and I was like, "Am I going through a midlife crisis a little bit?" Because I am ready for
probably.
something different. Like I don't even know if I was like, do I want to be like a nomad? Because sometimes I feel like I'm just going because I'm so structured in my life. I feel like I'm just going to break free and just be wandering the United States or the earth or the world or something. Like I don't know. I
Interesting.
do feel like that. I know that sound weird, but
I
yeah,
mean, you're searching for your next act.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely, most definitely,
Yeah. So it's nothing wrong with that. Midlife experience,
yeah,
not crisis, but
right. But sometimes I feel like
midlife era. I don't know.
very
We
midlife
gotta figure out how to
era.
make that positive. What's next for you?
Prioritizing rest.
Yes, sleep is everything.
Prioritizing rest because that's my main thing that I really need to focus on enough that I think I'm about to go to get a sleep study because I don't sleep well. That's my main thing. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
sleep
you
well.
don't. Ugh.
I can fall asleep, but I don't stay asleep. So
Mhm.
that's the thing that I've been dealing with. And even like on my off days, and sometimes you be working so much that you want to enjoy your life.
Mhm.
So I still have to prioritize. So when I'm at home, it's hard for me to rest again because my mind is going a million miles a minute, and I feel bored.
Yeah, I get
Like
it.
I'm bored, and I'd be like, I want to go do something. I feel bored. I don't want to just be in the house, but knowing that I actually need that rest.
Right. Rest is big for me too. That kind of links back to my excessive drinking. How one of the reasons I stopped drinking so much is because it was
Mhm.
interrupting my sleep. So yeah, rest is very important. Sleep is so important.
It really
It
is.
really
So when people be talking about
is.
I sleep when I'm dead, if you
You'll
don't get
die
enough sleep,
soon.
you will be
You will be there in no time.
dead.
Trust me. Yeah, so I second you on that. The next one for me is being uncomfortable while hanging out. I think when you're young and you just be
Mm,
going out
okay,
and you just be at the club and you just be with your friends and you don't have like 7 drinks anyway. So hey, you're just kind of there. And but you really want to be there? Are you really having a good time?
okay,
Are you really having fun? Are you really comfortable? Or
right,
are you just there to be there? Are you just there because it's Friday, it's
right,
Saturday, it's whatever weekend? It's Cinco de Mayo. A lot of people went out a couple days ago because it was
right.
Cinco de Mayo. Did you
True.
really have a good time? And so I'm at the point now where I want to have. It doesn't have to be a chaotic time. I just want to have a good time.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be lit,
Okay.
but I just want to have a good time. I don't
Because
have to
something
be
intimate can be very much a good time. And
exactly.
also it depends on who you hang around with too. Because a lot of times we look for the fun to be on the outside when it should be on the inside. Like
Absolutely.
wherever you go, you should be like, I'm going to have a good time here. Like
Right.
I'm with my friends, so I'm going to have a good time.
And I want to be comfortable. I want to like I don't want to have to not be able to sit down because I'm standing up. I want to be able to sit down. I want food near. Like I want to be able to sit down,
Gotcha.
eat, have a little drink. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's the vibe I like.
Right.
You know,
Very much grown and sexy now.
right. Now, even with that being said, I'm not saying I will never go to the club. I would never go to the bar.
Right.
But I do try to prioritize comfort when I'm hanging out.
Absolutely, because nobody wants
Mm.
to be crowded, getting drinks spilled on them, their feet stepped on, getting groped. That's a lot.
It's just
And when you feel
yeah.
uncomfortable somewhere, again, that's why I get my keys and hit the door. Again, like I said, especially my social battery. Again, to go back, my social battery gets full quickly.
Mhm.
And if one thing about me, I will opt out of going somewhere if I know I'm going to be uncomfortable there, right?
Right.
Because I don't, especially if I'm around somebody that I may not care for, or at a place that I really don't like to go. Like I will go to a place I really don't want to go because that's where my friends go, and it's not about you. And I don't want to be selfish in that way. However, I enjoy my comfort and my safety.
Mhm.
So I don't like to put myself in situations where I feel uncomfortable, right? For the sake of pleasing someone else.
Right. Absolutely. And then I feel like you pay for it later anyway. Like you're just gonna be mad.
Yes.
You're gonna be at whatever function. You're just gonna be upset. Like, oh wow, I'm here.
Which goes into my thing is things I no longer do is let people step above my boundaries.
Okay, I know that's right. Protect
Because
your
if I
boundaries.
because if I say something, it's law, right? That's how I feel. If I told you no, or if I told you I don't like that, it's law. I'm not going to continue to allow people to continue to do something I don't like because I get angry.
Yeah.
And again, I like my freedom,
Hmm.
so I'm trying to
Wait
stay.
a minute.
I'm trying to tell.
Where
I'm
are we
trying
going with
to. I'm
this?
trying to stay out of prison. So people will basically try to disrespect you. They will push the button, push your buttons
Hmm.
when you clearly say, "Hey, that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Hmm.
I don't like X, Y, and Z. We're going to table this conversation here, right?" But people want to still go on and on and on and poke the bear, poke the bear. You're going to get the bear.
Oh, okay. Well,
So, and I'm trying not to be the bear.
we don't want to see
So,
that
I want you to
side.
respect my boundaries. Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people do take your kindness for weakness, and because I don't look like that type, but I am that type in the inside.
Mm.
So,
Right. We'll say try it.
I
Okay.
really am that type in the inside.
That's funny.
And sometimes you have so much pent up stuff that you really would like to tell somebody head off their shoulders. However, I don't want to do that, so I won't let people respect disrespect me and go above my boundaries that are set in place. Because sometimes a boundary, even like when dating someone, you could tell them no, or things that you also make them respect you, right? And
Mhm.
respect your time. Because a lot of times people play with your time. They love bomb you, knowing dang well they don't want to be with you. No, if it's time that I want to sit and rest in my house, I don't want to be on the phone with you all day,
I know
right?
that's right.
So again, respect the fact that you know what, I'm taking this time for me. It's nothing against you. I'm just taking this time out for me. It's something I need right now. I need to decompress from work.
Mm.
You know, I can't sit up here and listen to all your problems when I need to put my own vest on, as they say on the plane.
Mhm. I know. Right? What they say, put your own vest on first.
And then you can help somebody else. And
That's funny.
it's so funny. I actually take that to heart for real, for real. Because
It
you can
makes
only
a
help.
lot of
You got to help
sense.
yourself first before you help someone else.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. When I help myself, I can become more of a help to someone
Exactly.
else.
And I'm very will drop everything for my friends and for the people that I care for. I'm just very that person. However, I also need some reciprocity of that, right? Even though I might not say anything or be looking like I may need that, it's very few times because I guess it's a pride thing. So it's very few times I will actually have to really say what it is. But much as I give out to people, I also want that in return.
I understand absolutely. One thing I don't do nearly as much as I used to is I don't really take nothing personal. It's just like it is what it is. It makes sense. Like even if it don't make sense, like I have to. I've always been kind of let stuff go.
Very nonchalant.
Yeah, but now that I'm even older, it's like really sinking in now. Like it's normally not even about you when people do the things that they do. It's most of the time something personal with them.
Mhm.
So I really don't take a lot personal
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
And I'm a human, so of course some things I do take personal. But even still, I just kind of be like, you know what, so and so did so and so because of so and so, and not so much because of me. It's not
Gotcha.
always about you. So
True.
I kind of just, you know what, I just respect it and leave it right there. Respect it for what it is.
Things I
Mhm.
also no longer do is care about what people think. Now, I've been doing this way before I even turned 35,
Mhm.
but it's even more so now that I'm in my 40s because at the end of the day, you cannot fight everybody, right?
Right.
Because you'll be fighting the world. Because again, it's a saying that goes, "What people think about you is none of your business," right? And
Mhm.
also, you have to think about it. Whatever they were saying behind your back, you wouldn't have heard anyway. So why are you even caring?
Right.
Because you wouldn't have heard it anyway. So I
Mhm.
don't care what you say about me. People haven't talked about me since the day I was been here, right?
Mhm.
People are going to say something about your clothes, your skin, whatever,
Everything.
who you are as a person. Oh, he think he's all that. He's not
Right.
all. He's not that. So people are going to always have something to say about you, and we do it also as humans. I guess it might be like a human trait. However, I don't care anymore,
Right.
right? I've been stopped caring, but I really, as I'm getting older and older, I really don't care what you think about me.
Right.
Because again, and also, I don't want to give that energy, right? Because like you
Right.
just said, they probably got something going on with them, so they
Yeah.
lash it out on you and they're taking it out on you, and it has nothing to do with personal. I went through this training one time, and
Mm.
this guy said,
At work.
yes, at work, and his guy said, never take anything personal because they don't know you.
Yeah.
He said, never take it personal because they don't know you personally.
Exactly.
And I was like, and that always stuck with me. I was like, you know what, you're right. Especially if you work in any kind of customer service thing, people want what they want and they want it right now, no matter what the situation is. But also that again, especially when people say something about you, we go to the club, we
Mhm.
go to a bar or whatever, and just being out in general. And people TikTok, YouTube, whatever, right? Somebody's gonna say something about you. So
Mhm.
am I gonna go and fight every single person in the comment section?
Right.
It's a waste of energy.
And when you take things personal, you give people power when
Yeah,
you put too much in
exactly.
their
And a lot of
words.
times people just want your attention,
Absolutely.
especially
They
online.
want to go back and forth,
Especially
okay?
online, they really just want your attention.
They really want to just fight.
So they'll say something negative just to get your attention.
Exactly. Just to get your energy. People
R-
are energy vampires, okay?
Literally,
So y'all
succubus.
better keep your energy to yourselves and don't let them take your light. Hmm. But anyway, to go with that, from the not taking things personal, I also don't explain myself.
I know that's right.
Like, it is what it is,
It
all
is what
right?
it is.
Deshaun is who he is. I will not explain. I love the videos where they just say something like, I will not explain, because that is so my energy.
Right.
Like, they'll just say something random like, the grass outside is blue. You'd be like, what? I'm not going to explain. I will not explain. Like, it just is what it is. There's no need to argue. I don't feel like breaking it down for you. Feel
Right.
free to do your own research. I will not
And you know what,
explain.
friend? I'm gonna have to grow in that because when somebody tell me
I
that
will not explain.
that the grass is blue and I clearly see it's green,
Mm,
baby, I'm gonna let you know this is green.
I will not explain.
I understand, but I'm gonna let you know that it's green. I'm sorry because you're not gonna gaslight me into believing something that's not. I'm sorry.
I'm not going back and forth.
And that part I need to grow up in. I ain't gonna lie. That's something I
I
need
will
to
not
work on
explain. Yeah.
because I am gonna be like, wait a minute, because it don't. But again, that's how my brain works.
Right.
Because it doesn't compute. It have to make sense to me, and I know that I'm clearly seeing the green grass, and you telling me that it's blue.
Hmm. Well,
This is not photosynthesis at the moment, okay?
if you want to compute that in your brain, feel free. I'm,
We say
yeah,
not you.
yeah, not
Hmm.
doing it. Not as well as not explaining, not caring too much about if I go outside and see the grass is blue, I will not care. Like, it's like you got to have an aloof look at life. You really
You know
do.
what? You're right.
I really do. That's what works for me. So yeah.
Right.
What's next for you?
Oh, things I will no longer do, and what I do now in my 40s or past 35 is taking care of myself, going to the doctor, having going to get
Oh,
physicals.
that's a good one.
Stop
Yeah.
ignoring when you're sick and you don't feel well.
Hmm.
Stop pushing through. I think as Black people in particular, we've
Especially
always
black
learned
men.
we've always learned how to, especially Black men.
Hmm.
We push through everything. Like we literally have to be hospitalized for us to go to the doctor. And that's not a good thing. I remember last year when I had my physical, I was the youngest person in the office. And I was like,
Damn.
literally, I was the youngest person in the office as a patient. And I was like, Black men, y'all need to start going to the doctor. Like, I know we don't like to know stuff if we do have something or it is cancer or whatever. However, it's very okay to find out what it is so it can be prevented. At least you can catch it early.
Hmm.
I don't want to get any diagnoses when it's like stage 4 and stage 5, stuff
That's
like that.
scary.
Like then it makes it even worse. But I also see why people don't go and get checked because just in case they don't want that on their brain.
Hmm.
However, men, prioritize your health. It's very important to go to the dentist.
Hmm.
Your teeth is also your oral health. It's a part of your body. And your teeth, believe it or not, your teeth can kill you. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of times people have high blood pressure and all these things that they're caused by the teeth.
Mm.
And a lot of people don't know that. Um, just prioritize your health.
And
Go
work out.
okay. With that being said, help your body prevent stuff. Again, at the end of the day, we might all get something, right?
Hmm.
But if you can prevent it, do that.
Hmm.
Go work out, go for walks, keep your muscular skeletal system healthy. We
Hmm.
need this. That's how you get up out of the bed. Your legs these
Yeah.
are muscles in your legs to help you get out of bed. Also,
Leg muscles are so
they are
important.
so important. Like your
Hmm.
muscular skeletal system, you don't have to get big and bulky like these big bodybuilders who on steroids and all that stuff. But just go and lift some weights. Lift something that's comfortable for you.
Hmm.
Go for walks. Do some form of cardio.
It's
Go if you like to swim, jump rope, walk up and down the stairs, park further down, and then walk. Like walking is so important. Walking is a secret cure, not a cure, but it's the secret thing that will help you a lot. Again, your cardiovascular health. It's very important.
Move.
Eat a little better.
Yeah.
A little bit. I know we all used to eating, and I'm not advocate. I'm not super healthy on eating. I'm a lot better. However, if you could prevent things, do all the preventative measures. Go to the doctor. Go get your yearly physical. Get your blood work done. Know what's going on with you. Go to the gym. At least prioritize going to the gym at least 3 days a week. That's all. You ain't even got to get. I know people got busy schedules. I got kids. Make those sacrifices. Get up early.
Yeah. You gotta.
Like you have to make a sacrifice. You have to prioritize. You give, as they say, we got 24 hours in a day, right? If you can't take 1 hour to go and do something for you, every time I go to the gym, I tell myself this is an investment for you. This is an investment. You might not see it right now, but this is an investment. You're investing to your future you.
Because when people get old, that fall,
Yes. Oh, another
the
thing
damn
too.
fall.
Stretch, because when you do get older, you lose your mobility. And
Hmm.
mobility workouts are also very important too, because you will be to the point that you won't be able to bend down to tie your shoes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I work in healthcare, so I know these things.
I know that's right. That's very important. Another thing I do now, I try to be my own best friend.
Okay,
I think,
explain that.
I think I've been a best friend in a lot of different relationships and still am. And I love being a best friend. It's a
Hmm.
lot of fun. But I have to treat myself and take care of myself
Okay,
and try to do what's best for myself. I have to almost treat myself like as I'm growing, I'm trying to be a little bit more intentful, first of all.
okay,
And also treat myself almost like a business. Like
okay.
do things that are in the best interest of the
Of your
Deshaun Duran,
brand,
yeah, George Patterson.
gotcha.
Exactly. So I think,
I never looked at it like that.
yeah, like you gotta, this is a company, treat it like a company. Like, what do you, not to the point where I'm like doing evil stuff to
Do you
people.
feel that you're not getting the reciprocity as a best friend from your friends?
I think I did. I think I did,
Did
but
or do?
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do. But it's more so about how I
Treat
treat
you.
me.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
relationship with
How you
myself.
feel about yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not so much about, other people's relationships. I think I just was watching something yesterday. It said the most important relationship in your life is the relationship with yourself.
Hmm.
So you have to really prioritize yourself in a lot of different ways.
Do
And
you feel like
really,
you love yourself?
I think I do love myself. I have this talk with myself often, actually.
Okay.
I be saying stuff when I be at home in the bed. I'm like, I really like me. It's just things in my life I don't like.
Gotcha.
Because I hear about, suicide. Someone committed suicide recently
Oof.
that was a couple of degrees away from me.
Okay.
But I'm not, like, I don't hate myself and I don't think I'm depressed. I don't feel depressed, but I do feel, it's not 100% positive all the time.
Gotcha. I mean, you're human.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because I suffer with depression. I suffer
Hmm.
with sometimes with suicidal thoughts. Sometimes, not
Hmm.
often. Thank God, not
Ooh.
often, but sometimes.
Hmm.
Right? And again, like I said, is that a part of me not loving me? Right?
You don't love
Or
you?
no, no, no.
Uh,
I do love myself in certain aspects, but I'm also extremely hard on myself.
right.
extremely, especially the way that I look, the way that I come off. For me personally,
Mhm.
like this is not for anybody else validation, but it's like, okay, your body's still not the way it is.
Right.
Oh, you've been working out all this time, you still look the same. So it's like that. I have to stop speaking negative. That's one of the things, again, that goes to my
Mhm.
stop speaking negative over myself
Yeah.
and stop being so pessimistic. I'm
Right.
just naturally pessimistic in general. That's something that I really have been consciously working on in 2025. Somebody told me that. I didn't really realize it. When you sit alone by yourself and you be thinking,
Mhm.
again, in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I have to learn how to stop being so negative about me
Right.
and start speaking positive. Maybe that's why a lot of reasons why I don't have certain things that I want
Mhm.
is
The
because
words, yeah, they mean
of what I
things.
speak
Yeah.
over myself.
Mhm.
So that's the
They're
thing that I,
spells.
yeah, literally, and
Mhm.
that's one thing that I'm try my best to counteract is speaking more positively over my life versus being pessimistic and being negative. Because every single thing I see the negative thing first versus seeing the positive outcome first.
Right, right, right,
So
right,
that's
right.
something that I'm dealing with in my mind that I'm trying to deal with. That I would no longer try to allow myself to be consumed by.
Right. With being my best friend, another thing I don't do as much now is say yes to everything.
Okay.
Saying no is one of the best things you can ever do in your life.
Them two little letters are so powerful.
Like, yeah,
Even if it
yeah.
hurts the other person sometimes, I mean, you have to put yourself first.
You'll be surprised how often people just understand. Like, I think sometimes we have so much pressure to make people happy
Yeah.
that we just kind of agree with everything.
Yeah.
But it's okay to say no. You ain't got to
That
make
ain't right.
everybody party.
Right.
You ain't got to go to every event.
Hmm.
You ain't got to do. You can't be everywhere. You
Right.
can't. You gonna have to say no
Yeah. You got
sometimes.
to prioritize yourself.
Yeah,
You got to put me first, Lucius. I got to put me first.
I know that's right.
Again, put on your own life best
Yeah,
before you can put on somebody
yeah.
else's.
Uh, are we becoming selfish as we grow older? That's what these.
Slightly, but again, when you've prioritized so many other people besides yourself,
Right. I
it
think
is
that comes
time
from
to
serving
it
tables
is
too.
time to put yourself first,
Yeah.
which goes into my next thing is
Hmm.
um what Mary J. Blige said, treat yourself to
Get the
something new.
best out of
Get the
life. Treat
best out of life,
yourself to
treat
something
yourself
new.
to new, and to take everything that I get or even buy and want the quality of it out of
Hmm.
everything, right? And that knowing that I deserve the best.
Right.
That's the thing for myself going in this year. I would no longer tell myself I don't deserve the best. I never really tell myself that, but I kind of just live my existence like that, right?
Hmm.
Like again, I told y'all, as a kid, I thought I was going to be some rich, which I will be some rich black man with an ascot and a thick, luscious robe, right? That was always the vision for
A lot of
myself,
things
right?
can happen real
Right, and
fast.
that's always was a vision for myself, right? But as I've gotten older, reality, bills, this and the third, you get beat down so much. So now
Hmm.
I'm just trying to survive, right?
Right.
Now I want the best for myself. Sometime again, it goes back to prioritizing other people that you put yourself on the back burner because you
Hmm.
having everybody else to dream their dream, and now you've lost yours.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
definitely
that's
wanting the
deep.
quality. That's true. Like I to the point now, I have to tell myself, what do I want?
Hmm.
And in detail, just not say, oh, I want a car or whatever, right? Say, okay, what kind of car do you want? I want a BMW, blase, blase, blase. Right.
Hmm.
I'm just using that for an example. Um, but wanting the best out of life for yourself, that's something that I would no longer allow myself to be in that negative space of not wanting the best for myself or just allowing to take the bare minimum in those particular things when it comes like how again how we when I go to like restaurants, right? A McDonald's, I don't look at that as nothing, but that I want the quality out of a sit down restaurant, right?
Hmm.
Either it can be mid tier, high tier, whatever. I require quality out of that, but I don't require quality out of my McDonald's.
Hmm.
You know what
You
I'm saying?
always want your
And you
quality.
should want
And
quality
you
in
should. You
everything.
deserve it. You definitely deserve it.
Quality customer service when you go to anything.
I don't care if I would go to Family Dollar,
Exactly.
Publix.
Exactly.
I know
Wherever
that's
you
right.
spending your
I ain't
money,
mad.
you should want the quality of it. And I
Yeah.
learned this from a friend of mine, and he really put that thought in my head. I was like, you know what, you're right, because I do kind of like prioritize things. Like, oh, it's just McDonald's.
Like,
Like, oh, my
I
fries
know.
cold. It's just McDonald's.
You know what? We do that as
Yeah,
people. We really do.
and we should want the quality in everything and the best in everything that we get,
And
no matter how small or how cheap or rich it is.
that kind of segues into my next one. So someone said on the internet that Black people let black people get away with stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And when you said that you expect quality out of everything, maybe we need to be expecting more quality out of our black
Absolutely.
businesses.
Because, oh,
Ooh, did
okay.
I open the can of
Yeah.
worms?
We are too, I will say this. Sometimes we are too critical of black owned
Do we not give
establishments.
them enough grace? Sometimes we don't give them grace, but
Sometimes we don't,
yeah,
right? However, we should expect the quality.
yeah.
Y'all cannot, and I just saw
Them damn prices be
the guy
quality.
from the Grits and Egg podcast talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Just because it's black owned don't mean I got no. I want quality. You just can't
Right.
shit on me and tell me it's piss on me and tell me it's raining, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can't serve me anything and then I'm supposed to take it. No, give me that same quality as if you were serving a white person or
Right.
whatever. You don't give your people bullshit and then you be wanting their dollar.
Right. Yeah.
No, again, prioritizing my dollar and expecting the quality. And a lot of black owned establishments do that. And we do get them grace because it is black owned, right? Because we want our people to win.
Right.
However, we now have to start, even that goes to anything, right? Even like these fast food restaurants in our neighborhoods and stuff like that. Again, to go back to what I was just saying, we just think like, oh, because it's in the hood,
Yeah,
right? You expect it.
Popeyes.
You expect exactly. You expect it because it's Popeyes in the hood, right?
Right.
So you're not expecting good customer service or quality service from that particular restaurant. No, we need to start now requiring quality service from everywhere.
So, question: are you the type that will make a fuss about something?
Not in the restaurant, no.
Okay, yeah, I'm
But
not
I will
either.
give you a good nasty review.
Oh, you put it down? I'm gonna get you on the
Oh
back
yes.
end, okay?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to do the review and I'm going to do the survey. If you have a survey at your restaurant or your establishment, I'm doing it and I will tell them the truth. Because
That's right.
it's not to bash you, it's to
They
make you
need
better.
that, in my opinion. People need to hear the truth.
Yeah, it's not to bash you, it's to know it's for you to get better. That's for me. I don't do it for the bashing of it and tearing down of a restaurant or establishment. I do it for you for the better, to make you better.
Yeah, I'm not just.
I'm not gonna fuss there. No, I'm not gonna. It takes me real.
You gotta
much
really
to
piss
try.
me off.
Yeah, to like me go that because first of all, I don't play by my food, and I know folks they will fool a lot with your stuff, and I don't play that. I'm not gonna pay for nothing that you didn't spit in or hit on the floor and wipe up your butt.
That's disgusting.
People will do that.
Oh my god, I don't even want to think about that.
Exactly. You know what it happens.
It's never happened in the place I've worked.
But
I'm always a little. I have a soft spot in my heart for food for food service and restaurants because I was in the business for so long.
Right. That's your bias. You're biased because you worked in that industry.
I know. So sometimes I be. Oh, it's almost I'm embarrassed for the restaurant,
right?
When I see the black servers or the black bartenders or the black restaurants not doing what they're supposed to do. It's like, oh, like dog, can y'all please get it?
And then y'all get mad, and then y'all wonder why y'all say black people don't tip, but you gave me horrible service and then expect my money. And we know that
it's like I can't even argue on y'all behalf,
right? And we know for the restaurants here in Atlanta, they charge gratuity and all these other things because they know that their servers are not going to get tipped because of the quality of service that y'all restaurants give. And y'all do that on purpose because every restaurant that I have been to that has autograd have horrible service.
Not all the time. Now I have to interject.
98% of the places I've been that have autograph, 98% of the restaurants I've been to have gave me horrible service. And the bad thing is, I still tip on top of it.
As someone who was in the industry and worked at places that had gratuity, I always gave good service.
You might have gave it, but everybody don't get it.
And I have received good service too from places that had auto gratuity.
I've had 2% of the time.
Let's not do that. Let's not put all the auto gratuity places in one box, okay?
Why you need autograph for? I had got charged. Let me tell you something. I got charged autograph from a Jamaican restaurant, and I did takeout.
I don't know why they do that.
Exactly.
See, I can't take out for y'all when y'all do stuff like that.
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all want to scam people. Was the food good? Yes. Will I be back? No.
Yeah. Autograph on takeout? Why?
On takeout. When I looked at my receipt, I'm like, okay.
It was another place I went to had autograph on takeout. And I was like, why? All he did was takeout. Like, I still would have tipped.
Right.
Autograph on, it was like 20%. So I was like, damn. And my last thing is with us being in the black space. This kind of started later in my 30s, maybe after 35. It started maybe after COVID. I don't really get as emotionally involved with black issues as I used to. I'm not
So you're
I'm
not going out to protest and stuff
I'm not a
on a
protester.
bro on the oh Lord.
Mm-mm.
I'm talking about when we actually have to do it for a real legitimate reason.
There are different ways to fight.
So are you donating money to the cause?
I'll, you can get money out of me, yeah. I can
That's what I'm saying.
donate.
So again, because everybody's not a frontline person,
Right.
but what are you doing on the back end? Like again, if you're not going to be a frontline person, at least donate to the cause and help people if they get like arrested and stuff.
My thing is, at what point does it become fake outrage? Everybody's gonna be mad at every single black thing all the time. Do you believe that?
Some stuff is rage bait,
Yeah.
and a lot of stuff is legitimate,
Yeah.
right? Um,
I'm not saying I don't care.
at the end of the day, we live in a history and we have a pathology of this, right?
Hmm.
So that's why I can't never give up on like black stuff.
I'm not saying I'm giving up on black issues. It's just I can't get emotionally charged about every single black issue. I don't have the space for
Oh
it.
yeah, I don't have the bandwidth for
Yeah.
because even like now, even like with social media and stuff like that, the news and everything that goes on, especially now with Trump and all this stuff, I don't have the bandwidth for this.
Like it's so much race bait stuff
Yeah.
out.
And again, you have to decipher things, right?
Yeah.
You have to use your discernment and decipher things because a lot of stuff, like I say, is rage bait, and a lot of stuff can't be legitimate, right? When George Floyd got his, the situation with him, stuff like that. That's something I care about, right? Because again, he could have been my uncle, he could have been my father, he could have been me for hell,
Yeah.
to say that, right? No matter what
Trayvon Martin.
Trayvon Martin, all these different situations where these people have been unalive for whatever reason, people never value their life for being black, and we're two black men who that can happen to at any moment, right? Even though we do
Absolutely.
live here in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia, should we say? We
Right.
don't live outside of Atlanta. We don't kind of necessarily feel that way here, but that very well also could happen to us.
I mean, anything can happen anywhere, and I'm very aware of that.
Absolutely.
But it's just I think it
Jump
had
into every single thing. I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. It's yeah. And
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
yeah,
Thoughts and prayers.
yeah. And I hate to sound because I do care, and I don't want to sound like I don't care anymore. I'm not concerned, but I don't want to be like I don't want to do fake outrage. I don't want to be so up on every issue that it starts to take up my life. I
Got
used
you.
to be more into politics back in the day,
Hmm.
but also with black people, and it's a very exhausting journey to really be into politics and be a black person.
Gotcha. Trust me, I know
It's
because it's exhausting to be black sometimes.
because people are already indoctrinated with different beliefs,
Absolutely.
and politics is such a deep layered thing,
Hmm.
and most of us don't even we think we know, but most of us don't know
Right.
the half of it.
And nobody take a civics class. Nobody major in poli sci.
And it's just it can be real exhausting sometimes,
Yeah,
and
I
I
get
felt
it.
like I was getting to the point where it was just taking up a lot of space in my
Because
head.
even from when we grew up, I don't know if your family them said this also. What it's like I was saying in general, don't talk about people about politics and religion
Hmm.
because those are the two things that you're never going to end.
Right.
And again, everybody gonna see their own way.
Right. And I don't agree with everything about the black community doing certain stuff.
Again, there it is again.
Yeah, so I'm not. I don't nobody take this in steer it in the wrong direction, but I just want to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
And on
that's
that
it.
note,
Yeah,
thank you for listening to our show.
right,
Well, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you think. What are things that you will no longer do or put up with, or what you will now do past 35? Let us know.
right. I'm still a black person.
I mean, we can clearly see
Okay,
that.
and I'm still conscious and aware and
Yes,
love my
yes, you
people
are.
and my movement.
Yes, you are,
I just
Fred.
want to say that. Well, our
Yes, you are.
movement. Yeah.
We're not just respectable Negroes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not MAGA. Okay.
Now I would be his friend if he was
All
MAGA.
right.
But all right, bye, y'all.